I'm just going to put this live because I'm lazy, but I happened to see a clip from, excuse me, Socialism for All. The old boomer who, still has battles with apparently people like Caleb Maupin, this and that. The thing is to me, the thing that's really funny to me, in my opinion, is he used this Kwame Ture clip. For those who don't know, Kwame Ture, what was his original name before he changed it? And I think, Stokely Carmichael. That's it. Stokely Carmichael. I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, he was really let down in a lot of ways. He was part of the civil rights movement, and that kind of drifted down. He became more of an intelligent black socialist, I guess, and was part of the African People's Party. A very well-spoken man. And I don't say that being racist or anything. Yeah, he was a well-spoken guy. The thing is that he went to a country called Guinea in Africa. This is the actual Guinea, not New Guinea, not anything else. It was Guinea. This is a country in West Africa. This is a country that was, for a brief time, socialist. And then they had a revolt. They weren't able to... they adopted socialist policies. The alliance was short-lived. However, Guinea moved towards a Chinese model of socialism, advocating a hybrid African socialism dominated and Pan-Africanism abroad. Okay, Toure quickly became a polarizing leader, with his government becoming intolerant and dissent, imprisoning thousands and stifling the press. Yeah, like I say, and then there was a revolt that occurred. Now, the thing is, it didn't fall apart, interestingly enough, until just after Kwame Ture died. Now, I mean, I say all this because I think that when watching this Socialism for All clip where he talks about how populism is cringe, it's like, okay, go ahead and say populism is cringe. At this point, I don't really care. But the thing is, though, what sort of LARPy socialism do you promote? Like I said, this is why I get tired of just the left-wing versus right-wing bullshit. It's all nonsense at this point. It really is. This idea of unity, and really that was the point of the video, in my opinion, was Kwame Ture was talking about, there's this coup, this populist party, and the leader of it later became part of the Ku Klux Klan. And so I say to myself, it's like, okay, well, black folks need to unite. All right, well, I mean, I guess that was the point of the video, is that, if black folks united and they universally united as one people, then they would want to separate, right? Then they would have black separatism. But of course, then they say, no, it's not, like I say, they'll be like, oh, eventually we'll meet up with white folks. Like I say, at this point, just have black separatism, honestly. Well, go ahead, do it. Don't let the smears come about. I mean, there are plenty of folks who will stop that and be like, no, but, ironically, I'm sure that there will be plenty of folks who be like, yeah, go ahead, separate black folks, go ahead. Melanated people, my brother, if you want to go off and create your own new Africa, go right ahead. That's not racist at all, in my opinion. Go ahead and leave. Who organizes the divisions? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. We're not gonna go into detail on that. Or, like I say, I'm gonna say it in Jewish, but yeah, et juif, pourquoi les juifs? No, juif. Sorry, I was trying to speak some French. Anywho, I just think it's ridiculous to be like, oh, well, let's go for unity, man. Let's go for the, racial unity or something. Like I say, yeah, a Dreyfus, yeah. 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 I think it's ridiculous. I'll be honest with you. I think unity, I say near impossible because I think the only way unity, quote unquote, will happen is if everybody makes money. That's the only way you'll get any sort of unity. That's the only way that this country is united is through unity. I mean, it's through money. That's the only way this country is united is through making money, and more specifically, making money and having enough stuff, quote unquote, to keep you happy. And the newest stuff, because people get bored, right? That's the only way this country is united. That's not me promoting capitalism. Because, like I say, the Soviet Union had to do that, right? They didn't, they would give you cars and shit like that. So, I mean, like I say, they're not going to just have you living on a fucking farm, like I say, beyond the memes and everything else like that, like the capitalist propaganda. No, I don't believe that socialist countries want you all to live bad, but I also don't believe this sort of, everybody's going to be equal type shit and like, oh, well, we just want everyone to have the same types of things. We just want, workers to have control. It's like, it's all LARP because it's like, you don't understand how things go. To me, at this point, I am damn near completely disillusioned with left wing versus right wing. I'll mention some commentators that are more on the left, but like I say, if you want me to, I'll do a big old video and say Eric Stryker is cringe or something like that, and just say, yeah, okay. I'm not quite there yet, I think, but I'm at the point now where it's just like, bro, I don't care. When people talk to me about unity, most people will say, what's in it for me? So you can talk about collectivism all you want to, or talk about some sort of, whichever, but it's like, it's just bullshit to me. It is. When I hear about these things like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to say the least when you see all this sort of stuff going on, I don't know. And you see, of course, there are plenty of folks out there to, don't expect approval. All changes are produced by minorities. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Being an aristocrat is okay. Yeah. If you can get there, then yeah, like I say, I guess don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah. You can't really, yeah, but that is true though, Pierre Navazo. You cannot expect approval. And yeah, like I say, I think that there's just so much ridiculous shit out there. This is one of these late night videos. It's been a while since I've done a late night video like this. And I figure I just do it live because I'm just lazy. But when you see these pitiful LARPers, I don't, like I say, I don't have, and this is what happens, I think, when you get older, but I don't have the endurance and energy to sit there and listen to all this bullshit. I don't have the, all retarded, how did this happen? That'd be an idea, yeah. That maybe, well, I'll change up the title a little bit, but yeah, I can probably do something like that. What I was going to say, though, is, I don't want unity. I don't really care for it. I refuse to unify with liberal tight pants wearing punks. Sorry, don't want it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. If you don't want unity, like I say, I mean, people are going to go somewhere. Like I say, they're not going to just, be an island and think they're going to go off. Spirit aristocrat? Oh, okay. A spiritual aristocrat? All right. I was just going to say is that people are going to choose sides eventually. It just depends on what side you're going to join. And I think that it's, like I say, people want to see it as black and white. And they just want to see it as, the left wing versus right wing. It's like, nah, it's not that easy. You also have folks that just want to make money. You're going to have folks that are, going to be, out there working with the Chinese and Japanese and they're, sorry, Japanese, Russians, I was going to say. Like I say, if worst ever came down to worst, I have never read a book on Kalergi, or like I say, I know very little about the Kalergi plan or any of that Feywa. But yeah, I was gonna say is I just think that when shit gets bad, people are going to go with their friends. They're gonna go with their folks that have the better message probably, and they're gonna go with the folks that make them the most money and that promise them to feed them. I mean, that's my opinion anyway. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people are going to do. They're going to go with who can provide them their basic needs. So say what you will about these various groups or whatever, but as long as a group can provide food and water and security, and I know that there are other, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm sure that there are more, but there's so much else out there. You know what I mean? Than just we're fighting the fascists. We see, of course, more bullshit with Portland. I guess I should talk about it, but I guess that tiny guy, the one that was with Proud Boys, the guy who's been talked about for years, a goon. I'm sorry, he's a goon. I feel bad for saying that, but he is. He's a goon. Apparently, he got shot in the foot somehow. And he's in the hospital right now. But I know people are going to be like, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. But this is like I say, people cared about that this summer when they were continuing to attack that. Yeah. There's so many gateways and gatekeepers that precluded the libertarian white nationalist NRX siege shard Duganosphere. Yeah, they were. Practical idealism, huh? Let's see here. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I get off topic about stuff, yeah. I mean, it's just silly to me at this point. Like I say, it's just silly when you see this type of stuff. Nick Land accelerating the left, let's make it horrible for everyone types. I think NRX, well, I have to disagree with you there. I mean, to a point, I think people have gone back to NRX in some ways, but I feel like the neo-reactionary stuff, I feel like that's I mean, it's trying to come back. I'll put it that way. It's trying to, but I don't think it's quite there, in my opinion. Because the whole mold bug coming back and having a Substack and all that, it's like, yeah, there's an attempt, but I think that, I'm not quite there yet. I mean, Nick Land, I guess, could be considered NRX, but he's more in the accelerationist view, right? NRX doesn't, talks more about other stuff, really. But I don't know. I'm not trying to, defend them. At the end of the day, like I say, I don't believe in the power of any group right now in the United States. I'm gonna have to, even though I'm not from, Missouri, I'm from the show. I'm from the show me state. So you got to show me what these groups are capable of. Right now, these groups, they're just busy doing these, flag waves. Like I say, we see these capture the flag bullshit. We see all these flag wavings, or we see these little people co-opting. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that makes more sense. Yeah. There's a lot of folks that see NRX as still viable to a point. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, people really go on and on about Nick Land. Who cares? I mean, Nick Land is in China, right? So it's like, whichever. Like I said, his tweets were kind of boring, to be honest with you. I think that he's just an old man who's just trying to, you know, who thinks he's still relevant. It's like, no, not really. He's kind of boring at this point, but yeah. Afro Asian, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know. I don't know who to believe, and I don't think there are many people to believe. I think that there are goobers all around who just really don't have a clue about what they're doing. You know, I honestly don't know. Maybe some groups will come out, or some magical person that's out there in the hinterlands will come out and be the new leader, I guess. But I feel like this country, what does it really have to show us at this point? I'm losing my mind more than Joe Biden is right now. Holy shit! I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't. Oh man. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. But yeah, unity, I think, is a meme. Whether it's left unity, whether it's I mean, Keith Woods is kind of boring, to be honest with you. I mean, Morgoth, once again, I don't think people listen to that Northerner that much. I really don't think, like I said, I think it's more of a boomer thing, yeah. I mean, you can go ahead and say that. I mean, go ahead and think what you want, but Keith Woods, I think, just makes boring shit for the most part. It's just like, and now we're going to talk about what's going on in America. That's what we're going, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. And Morgoth, let me see if I can do a better the northern accent from like Leicestershire, that sort of thing. But yeah, hey everybody. So we've got here going on, we see all these changes going on, and all that. They're just boring. Yeah, I'm trying to think 3P without the state. Nah, I don't know at this point. Yeah, the news makes you angry. Don't watch the news. It's not so much the news, really. I'm pretty inculcated towards the news. I'm more angry at the YouTube commentators who just think that they have some sort of plan. The ones that are just, that are like, yeah, we need to just follow Biden, bro. We need to just follow him, and eventually we'll change stuff that way, The Justin King, Bo the Fifth Column types, the all these other type of folks. I don't have any faith. I don't really care about Keith Woods or Morgoth. I think they're just boring folks who will just continue to ramble, and people just say, "Oh man, that's great commentary, bro," and all this. It's just boring. Yeah, and that's my take on it anyway. I don't know. I'm more angry at them because I think to a point, I feel like that they could actually make some change, whereas people like Keith Woods and Morgoth, they don't have any real power. In my opinion, they don't. I mean, Keith Woods has to, call up his buddy Richard Spencer to do a stream so that they can hold on to whatever clout they have on YouTube. It's just like, is that really the power you want? Is that the sort of power you want? I don't know. To me, that's boring. I'm trying to hold on to some sort of power that you don't have. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't get it, man. I genuinely don't get it. That's just me anyway. That's my take on it anyway. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. At least that's my take on it. Just kind of la-di-da, la-di-da. Anything else that y'all are saying? Is there anything else, or should I just end this? I think I should. Yeah, I think I should. I don't know. I just wanted to put something out because I was just like, what is this ridiculous shit? When you hear these folks just having these petty arguments and shit. It's just, I don't know, it's so tiring. And you listen to folks, I've tried to listen to some of my coworkers at my work. Fart huffers indeed, just wasting times. Breakdance are really tiresome. Oh yeah, absolutely, I agree. I don't know, and I hear my coworkers, and they're like, they don't really care for COVID, so I think that there are a lot of folks who could see this as something more, but I think that for the majority of the left in the United States, if we really want to put it that way, they're just like, yeah, get the vaccine, bro. Just get the vaccine, and listen to what the scientists tell you. We need to listen to them, and I think that in my opinion, it's just like I don't know, man. Yeah, it's all so tiring. It really is. It's all so tiring. It's all so tiring to see all this. And you hear these folks that just, you think somehow that, yeah, everything's going to just, where the fuck am I going with this? I don't even know. Are just attacking each other now. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they are. It almost feels like it's set up that way. We see, of course, these people try to argue, the TRS folks arguing with uh, whoever, I can't even think of his name, Doyle, John Doyle. And you see all this shit, and you're just like, man, is this really like is this meant to distract people, distract the extremely online? It feels that way, right? Yeah, scientism is a new religion. Yeah, oh yeah. Like I say, you don't have to be against science, but you do have to be against kind of when a mask mandate comes about. You're going to have folks who are going to be like, to me, it's just going to keep getting worse. People just think that it's masks and vaccines. I think it's just going to continue to, you know, get worse. I mean, COVID is just going to be, it's going to be another shot. It's just going to be another thing to get your shot for. Whether it's measles, whether it's, the common cold or whichever, right? It's just like, yep, time to add this to your shot, add this to the shot list, and it's just a way for pharmaceutical companies to make more money, to charge companies and everything else. I mean, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, it's K5A wrestling tier. Oh, yeah. Braden Circus. Oh, absolutely. We just see these things, and and people are just like, yeah, we still need to take them, bro. And it's just like, you realize how dead in the water things really are, You realize it, and you just wonder what's really keeping this thing going, and then you realize just like we have just enough. That's the whole thing. It's just enough to keep us going till the next day, and that's what it is, right? This, if anything else, this country is good at just keeping up just enough to keep people from revolting. And I know the old phrase, I know it's bullshit to a point, but the whole, you know, 3 meals before revolution, I don't like saying that because I think it is true to a point, but I feel like I don't know. To me, you'll also be it's like you're one paycheck away from robbing people, So I don't know, man. Like I say, it's just I think that what the powers that be, whoever you want to say they are, whether it's capitalists or just whomever, they know, especially with the United States, that they have, all these disparate groups that, really don't get along with each other. and it can't really be faked anymore. There's a lot of genuine hatred out there for whichever reason, whether it's justified or not. But there's a lot of hatred out there. And yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And people are trying, like I said, this is why they're trying to reform the system. They're trying to change things up a bit by saying, well, now we're allowing more POC. We're gonna, and there's an inner revolt that's going on within, different circles, right? Within the intelligence community of like the NSA versus the CIA and all this, to a point. Maybe that sounds conspiratorial, but to hell with it. But there is a fight that's going on, right? For the soul of whatever thing that exists. And so just, we, at the end of the day, me and everybody else, all we can do is just try to, make the best of it. Yeah. Philly is getting really bad. Oh yeah. No, I've seen videos of that. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful in Philly. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine being in Philly. Okay. See you later, Pierre. Don't worry. I'll wrap this up pretty soon, but yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, bro. What I will say though, I'll finish this long rant up with this is ultimately the worst part of it is that none of us have control over this system. We can't even control our own lives. And I've talked about balkanization, I've talked about revolution, all this sort of thing. Most of it is LARP because I know at the end of the day I don't have any control over it. All I can do is just continue on day by day, which is what the system wants me to do. I mean, you could read all the books in the world. That doesn't prepare you for what's going to happen in the future. You can go ahead and say history rhymes. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, yeah, you look like a big brain dude by saying that, but it's like, okay, what are you going to do about it then? I'm just frustrated, just like y'all. I'm just frustrated. I feel like we see it happening. We see these things occurring, and all we can do is react. We can't really make any effective change. All we can do is react to it. And that's the sad thing about it. I mean, I guess you could try to be a LARPer and go out in the woods and try to create your own society or something, or, join some militia or whichever is going to occur. But even then, like I said, it's a matter of circumstance, right? I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. Maybe I'm just coming to that realization. I've talked about it for so long, but now I've left the LARP behind, and maybe I'm just now starting to realize that it's like, damn, this system is a motherfucker, isn't it? This system is strong, but yet it's weak at the same time. I know it's a meme, but I feel like it has enough people that believe in it. Miss this one? Oh, it's okay. It's all right. No problem. Right reaction. Unity between various. In this case, I think I mean more. I guess racial groups. But you could say whichever. You could say it within workers, like I say, of different types, whether it's like plumbers or air conditioning technicians. Whichever, right? To me, that's that sort of unity is near impossible. And the only way I'll basically repeat what I said at the beginning of it, but the only way unity can happen is if everybody's making enough money and has enough stuff to be satisfied for the time being. But yeah, that's basically what I mean by that. But yeah, I'm just kind of reflecting and just kind of atomization is increasing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Class struggle. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it just, that you can't change the system. The system changes you. It's one of those things where it's like, even if you are some revolutionary or whatever, people really can't think beyond a certain amount of time. But, if you really are a student of history, beyond the whole, well, my system, the system that I promote did this, you look at what happened to these individuals, if we want to look at it that way. You look at what happened to these various folks and just how, your so-called comrades end up getting killed and everything else like that. And you end up having to give into the system still. Like I say, that's what led to the Sino-Soviet split, or you could talk about, the split between, Yugoslavia and the Soviet Union, or whichever, right? Is it ultimately, Yugoslavia decided to try to make deals with the West, right? Now, of course, people, this is the argument for market socialism. And of course, like I say, the inflation was high and everything else, but people were satisfied enough. But there were already cracks in the system. There were moves for, the Croatian language to not disappear in the 1960s, and Tito gave in, right? Or, we saw with the Sino-Soviet split, or Sino-Soviet split, you could say that, is that China, started to, eventually kind of be like, yeah, we're Chinese, man. We were an empire and shit like that. So they, like I say, to me, it had already started to go down that road. And to me, like I say, I'll be more lenient with China because I feel like China is what it is, right? I mean, like I say, I don't know, man. Like I say, when y'all get older like me, the fire goes out. Yeah, Huey Long was right. Yeah, Huey Long was correct, I think. He was a good guy. But I think I'll end it here because I have ranted and raved long enough about a lot of bullshit. Maybe this is just me acknowledging that that I'm going to be a follower. I'm not going to be a leader. Yeah, I can make videos like this, but at the end of the day, whatever does happen in the future, all I can do is just try to follow what I think is correct and just try to hope that it's the right group, that does some good, and, hopefully not do anything real foul and bad. That's all I can hope for, I guess, and hope that I don't get screwed over myself. I know that's more of an individualist, selfish way of thinking, but to a point, people do think that way, like I say. But anywho, all right, let's wrap this up. Roll with the punches and be smart. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, I have ranted and raved about various bullshit. I tried to remain within a certain framework, but I don't know if it worked. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Like I say, tomorrow I will be recording some more stuff about Ernst Jünger and The Worker. So I will be recording those videos 40 minutes long with some music. I'm going to try to find some fairly good uncopyrighted music. Anyway, so I hope y'all stick around for that. At least, when they do come out, when the videos do come out, I'll just release them as separate videos. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. A goodbye.